Welcome back to another daily code breakdown. Let's get right into today's problem. Today we are looking at maximum total subarray value 2, which is definitely a step up in difficulty. Here is the problem description from the site. It's a bit dense, so let's break down exactly what it's asking us to do, step by step. We are given a list of numbers and an integer k. Our goal is to select exactly k different subsections of that list. For every subsection we pick, its score is the biggest number inside it, minus the smallest number inside it. We want to choose the k subsections that will give us the absolute highest total score when we add all their individual scores together. By the way, if you get confused at any point during this explanation, drop a comment below and I will gladly help clarify things. To solve this efficiently, we need to find a pattern. Let's imagine we fix our starting point at the very first number in the list. If we keep that left side locked and start stretching our subsection further and further to the right, what happens to the maximum and minimum values? Well, as we add more numbers to our selection, the maximum number we've seen can only get bigger or stay the same. It can never go down. Conversely, the minimum number can only get smaller or stay the same. Because the maximum goes up and the minimum goes down, the difference between them will always grow or stay flat as we expand our subsection to the right. This means, for any starting position we choose, the subsection with the highest possible score will always be the one that stretches all the way to the very end of the list. So we can think of this as having indifferent sequences of scores, one for each starting position, and within each sequence the scores go strictly from smallest to largest. The problem now becomes, how do we efficiently find the top k largest scores across all these different sorted sequences? This is a classic use case for a max heap. We start by throwing the absolute biggest score from every sequence into the heap. Then, we pull out the ultimate winner. To replace it, we grab the next best score from whichever sequence just won. Since the sequences are sorted by size, if a subsection ending at position R was the biggest, the next biggest one starting from that same spot will just end one position earlier, at tool R-1. Our first approach uses exactly this heap logic. To quickly calculate the score of any subsection without scanning it every time, we pre-calculate something called a sparse table, which gives us the max and min instantly. Here is the full Python code for the first approach. Let's break down the important pieces. First, we build the sparse table. It basically pre-computes the maximum and minimum values for blocks of numbers in sizes that are powers of 2, like sizes of 2, 4, 8, and so on. Then, we define functions to query this table. It cleverly overlaps two pre-calculated blocks to cover any exact range we want, giving us the answer immediately without looping. Next, we calculate the score for the largest possible subsection, starting at every single position, and we throw all n of these scores into our heap. We make the values negative because Python uses a min heap by default, and this tricks it into acting like a max heap. Finally, we just pop the top item off the heap exactly k times, adding its score to our total answer. Whenever we pop one, we calculate the score for the subsection ending one spot earlier, and push that new candidate back into the heap. That first method works great, but storing that sparse table takes up quite a bit of memory. Is there a way to use less space? Yes, there is. For our second approach, we swap out the sparse table for a data structure called a segment tree. It still lets us find the maximums and minimums quickly, but it uses significantly less memory overall. And here is the code for the segment tree version. The logic for pushing and popping from the heap is identical. We just ask the segment tree for our scores instead. You might wonder what happens if two starting positions want to pick the exact same subsection. Because we generate candidates strictly by shrinking the right side for a specific left starting point, every single pair of starting and ending boundaries we put into the heap is guaranteed to be totally unique. Before we look at the complexity and other languages, I want to quickly mention that I generate these videos using AI to help myself study the daily problems faster. I've been experimenting with this new, fast-paced visual format, so please drop a comment and let me know if you like it, or if you still have questions about the solution. Alright, looking at performance for our optimized segment tree approach, the time complexity is order n plus k, all times log n. And the space complexity is a very clean order, n. That covers the Python explanation. As always, I have translated this solution into Java, C++, and JavaScript. Instead of pausing the video, you can grab the code directly from leetcodeunlock.com via the link in the description. Here is the full segment tree solution in Java. Next up, here is the exact same logic written in C++. And finally, here is the solution adapted for JavaScript, utilizing the built-in max priority queue. So, a quick recap of what we learned today. First, if a calculation only grows or shrinks as you move pointers, use that to your advantage. Second, whenever you need the top values from several sorted lists, reach for a heap. And lastly, segment trees are an amazing tool to save memory when range queries are involved. Just a quick reminder, I have another channel called Leetcode Unlocked, where I am trying to eventually upload a breakdown for literally every single problem on the platform. So definitely check that out if you are studying. If these videos help you out, consider supporting the channel at buymeaboba.com/leetcodedaily. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you all tomorrow for the next challenge.